Hey guys. So, let me tell you one thing about me. Let you into the world of Jen. One trait that is a little hard for me to get past, okay? I won't lie to you. I'm about to be a traitor to my own trait, okay? Uh, that trait, you guys, is my need to control. I like to be in the driver's seat. I just do. It's something that's been ingrained in me since I was a kid. I guess I grew up where needing to control, it made me feel safer and more secure with my environment and my relationships because I knew what would happen if I had the control. And I've released this many times. I have. And, I've gotten much better at it. And I'm proud of myself for it. I'm proud for being a traitor. But, truth is, fucking old habits die hard. They do. And sometimes my brain, it still gets me into thinking, well, maybe if we move this here and that there, then, surely this will fall into that gap over there where we need something to be. So, I'm actively working on not controlling much in my immediate moments. I've embraced being a traitor to those traits. That while, yes, I acknowledge fully as mine, I know who I am. I know where I've been. And I don't deny any parts of that. I don't. But I can still be me with less emphasis on aspects of those traits that I would rather not be so prominent in my self. Yeah? Because I choose. I choose where I focus my own attention, even when it comes to my own habits and traits. Ooh, look at me, you guys, all growing and shit. I'm the most mature person I know. And you can write that down. See, what I found, okay, is that if I break the cycle down into smaller pieces, I don't know, I almost beat the system, I guess. And that reminds me of another trait I have. My fondness of winning. What? Like you don't get excited when you roll a fucking Yahtzee. Don't fucking lie to me. I know you do. Everybody likes to win. What I mean, okay, is when I learn to focus on the present moment and not what's next or what was, then I don't feel like I have so much that needs controlling. I don't feel like I have to figure it all out. So I don't know, I guess lose up my own fucking life. And that's how I used to view it too. Like I was losing because I wasn't in control. I wasn't the one driving. To me, at one point, not being in control meant that bad things could happen. And like I said, it all comes from the way I grew up. But now that I'm the grown-up, most of the time, I don't have to live that way anymore. I know that. I know that. I don't have to live any way that I don't want to. And sometimes, when I do get too wrapped up in that old way of trying to figure it all out, I've learned one big trick that helps me. And that is walk away. Let go. delete. And, not in a shitty way either, okay? Not because it's for spite or because I'm not getting my way, but more so because I believe in free will. I believe we all have the choice, but I guess what I do not yet have the capacity to fully understand when I interact with other humans it is when I'm, being upfront, honest, real, fucking vulnerable as all hell. That is a big thing for me. I'm getting better at it. I'm doing it. It's not easy for me, but I'm doing it, you guys. Vulnerable Jen. I guess with other people, when I give that and it's not reciprocated, I can't wrap my brain around it. I just don't understand, Or even sometimes people just being honest back. Like, we're all adults. Can we not converse? Can we not just have a conversation? I don't know. It's like, if you're not here for it, then just say so. Just say so. Why is that so fucking hard? Why do people, dangle the carrot in front of you just to fucking drag your ass along for no fucking reason? I don't understand that, and I don't think I ever will. It's like, why do people get so full of their own damn selves that they think another person, another adult for fuck's sake, can't handle them being honest and saying like, no, I don't like that, or I don't really want this. See how easy that came out of my mouth? It's not hard. I don't fucking know. I don't. Shit. Isn't that the most irritating thing about our free will as humans, you guys? The fact that others can use theirs to be fucking assholes? I think so. But again, I'm learning what is for me will be and what isn't won't. No matter what my brain tries to tell me I should quote unquote win at. But our brains, they're loud motherfuckers, aren't they? And they like to talk to us nonstop. They're like the little devils on the shoulder in the cartoons, right? Always in your ear. So, here's what I try to do. I remove myself from whatever it is. And I'm not a dick about it. I don't make a scene about it. I believe I mentioned I am an adult after all. Thank you. I don't make a scene, I don't talk shit to anyone who will listen about it. I don't post passive-aggressive shit on social media. I don't see the point in any of that. I just fucking don't. I just remove myself and my energy. I try really hard to do this. I do. Because I don't believe in tricking people or hiding truths from anyone that I've chosen to possibly be a part of my life. It's just a waste of fucking time for all involved, so why do it? I mean, fuck. So, I've gotten to a point in these types of situations, I've gotten to a point where, you know what? I would rather not know. And guys, that's fucking big for me. I would rather not know. I would rather not see it. Like, if someone is being less than honest with me, I don't know. My vibe guides me, and I go with it. I just do. If I'm talking with someone, and they start acting, I don't know, selfish or secretive, I'm out. I'm out. Whether it's, real time, or if I catch things on, the social media, I used to be the type who would try to get to the bottom of their behavior because, I don't know. Because truth is, my heart is so big and I do care about people. Especially those I've decided to let in. Care too much sometimes, maybe. Yeah, but I am who I am. And in these situations, right, my brain is also there, drowning out the sound of my heart, maybe, but my brain is trying to figure it out, trying to Sherlock Holmes the situation where the fucking clues don't add up. And then my heart just starts to fucking ache from all that damn pressure that my own brain is putting on me. So fuck it. I choose my own heart, and so I'd rather not know. I'd rather not know, because trying to understand why just, I don't know, just hurts too much sometimes. Yeah. It's like when you're getting along and you meet someone, you have a really good back and forth and you have chemistry. So yes, and now you're like thinking, good, great, right? Then they start doing stupid human things like mind games or heart games. And you start looking at all the things differently. The words that were said, the actions that were taken or not taken, right? You start looking at all these things so differently. And you try to understand. And you just keep feeling hurt because you won't ever understand. Sorry, but that's a fact. It's a fact that I've come to know. You won't ever understand. And I've learned it the fucking hard way, okay? So if I can help someone out there not have to learn it that way, then so be it. And, the reason you won't understand is simply because the only way you can understand is if the other person involved owns up to their own feelings, whatever they may be, good, bad, or fucking in between. But they have to own up and have an adult and honest, sometimes difficult, conversation with you. But we all know how many people are fucking capable of doing that. I mean, shit. Even you yourself may not be fully capable of doing it sometimes. Hey, being self-aware will only help you. I'm just saying. So yeah, 9 times out of 10, you will not be able to understand. Your perception will not allow you to, because you can only perceive what you believe. And if you don't believe in ghosting or mind games or heart games, then no. No, honey, sorry. You will not be able to understand someone who does. So remove yourself. You have to. And remove yourself to the level you feel comfortable with in your own heart. And then love yourself for being so fucking brave and honest with who you are. Because that's what that is. Bravery. Because it's fear that makes us want to feel like we need to understand the unknowns. Fear makes us worry, and worry is just an ego mind trick trying to tell us that it's in control. You gotta put aside that ego. Let go of that fear and worry. Learning one thing about life has made me more understanding of what I cannot understand. And it's the fact that all of humankind is just a race of people trying to protect itself from itself. So I started owning that. And I started looking at my own life a lot differently. Like, if life is an unfolding adventure, okay, then there is no specific there that we need to get to. Then that means there is nothing off track about where you currently are. If you allow yourself to just view it, right, as all just a piece of that bigger adventure that is your life, and expand into the wonder of it all and just keep asking, what is next for my best good? And allow that to come to you, you know? Don't try to get to it. Don't try to force or control how it comes in. See, as I've come to love with, my higher self, right? Learning from my higher self and taking all that she can teach me, I've come to know that I'm way more fucking open to others when I'm open to myself. And honestly, I can easily see how the situations in life affect me. Because when it comes to control, I've learned that my higher self is the one who should be listened to. Because the higher self in all of us is the one who teaches us to listen. Listen within instead of demanding answers, demanding to know or force or direct all these situations that appear in our outer world. Yeah? Okay. When we slow ourselves and surrender to the experience of life all around us, when we listen with the wisdom of our higher selves, then we know that the unknown is not something we should be fearful of. It's all just part of our exciting adventure as we come to terms with our true selves. The oneness within. When we shift and focus our attention, we create our world as we want it to be. We start to see that, maybe what is falling away is far less important than what newness is trying to emerge for us. I mean, what do you want to explore in this adventure of your life? Only you can choose. Do you want to keep that focus on what was over there that clearly is not intended or interested? Or do you want what calls happiness back into your heart and soul? Seems like an easy fucking choice to me, but hey, again, I'm simply a voice on a podcast. The only way you're gonna get to know for yourself is to do it for yourself and keep fucking doing it. Taking action around what we want is the best way to recover any power we may have lost, and it pulls us back into the present moment. And I know I talk about the present moment all the fucking time, but that's because that's fucking important. Look, we can't act in the past. We can only look back on how we acted. And we can't act in the future. We can only guess as to how we would take action. We can only act right now. And that is what being present is all about. That is what returns us to our power and creates a balance for our life. So breathe. Breathe into the beautiful heart of yours and let its fullness fill you. Because from here, being all full and shit, you will feel all those things that are not you being drowned out by the sound of your own soul. You will feel free. And you will release the need of controlling whatever does not make you feel whole. You will be able to see that not knowing why that specific thing doesn't make you feel whole is no comparison to the wholeness that you can experience. That you always have the ability to control your own wholeness just by honoring who you are. And so you let go. With love, always with love, you guys. You let it all go and move along your path. It's elementary, my dear Watson. In Buddhism, right, it's about letting go of the desires completely. And isn't that why we try to control in the first place? We feel we are suffering because we desire to hold someone or something that is not immediately within our control. But it's the cause that's the issue, not the object of the cause, okay? We suffer because of the desire. So we have to learn to let that shit go. And then those needs or desires that we have naturally come to us as feelings in life, and we don't have to control shit. And because we don't, these desires, they automatically feel better when they enter into our lives because they honor our inner knowing and our true self. There's this one guy, right, that I always reconnect with over the course of many years, you guys. But it seems like he's never fully on board, and it never, ever makes fucking sense to me. Because when we are around each other or talking to each other, right, we're both, I don't know, fucking happy. I don't think you can fake happiness to that extent, is what I'm saying. And I'm pretty sure we both use that exact word when with each other. But, I don't know, you guys. Honestly, it's the weirdest fucking non-relationship relationship I have ever fucking had. But it's very intriguing to me. I don't know. It just is. And I'd be lying, okay, if I said I never wondered if this dude is my twin flame. Once I learned of that term, instantly I thought of this guy. Fucker. And not only because of the likenesses in how we are, okay? There are a shit ton of other synchronicities that tie in. Trust me. It's one that I looked at long and hard before I came to conclusions. But anyway, yeah, this felt all twin flamey. More so to me just because this one is also one of the most interesting, fucking heart-wrenching, and honestly thought-provoking people who, because of being connected to, that I have seen myself grow in so many ways. Over many years, like I said, just by being connected to him in some way, shape, or form. And that is what a twin flame does for you. Helps you grow to where you're meant to be. Well, I guess more of shows you what growth you need by being what you don't want to see. But that's a whole other episode. So, yes, if twin flames are a truth, I gotta wonder if he's mine. It's true what they say. We never know how much someone can impact us or us them until we are open to it all. Yeah. The important takeaway is that I realized that I had to choose my own growth. I learned the lessons needed from my own journey of getting myself to where I am most me, where I feel the most me. I hope that makes sense. And in the past, you can bet your ass I used to try to get into the habit of trying to bring that control back and constantly making the effort to keep the, fucking dream alive with this one. I guess. I did. I really fucking did, because I, on a soul level, recognized the feelings involved with this particular guy. They were just different. But truth is, though, that at the basic level, it all boils down to being a desire that I had, right? And again, if it's a desire that leaves me feeling worse, like if I suffer because he's not on board and dicks along the connection, as an example. Again, it happens to the best of us. But what I had to learn and come to terms with was that whatever reason he may have to not be on board is his and his alone. I realized that I was always honest about where I would like to see things go, willing to at least try. And truth is, He just wasn't. I don't know. And maybe he doesn't know what he wants. I don't know. Because I stopped trying to decode his ways, and lo and behold, once I did, all my own suffering around it all just vanished. See, I choose to live happily, to be me and love myself, and I just meet new people who I know mean it when they say they're happy to be around me. You know why? Because their actions match those fucking words. Now, through my own healing, I know what he means to me and my own growth. And so now, I truly just hope he finds whatever it is that he needs in his life. Because I have to assume, due to lack of any other information, that it must be something I just didn't have. Maybe he just didn't want to tell me about. Again, honesty would have gone a long way here and saved us both a lot of fucking time. But hey, we all learn as we live. So what I'm saying is if I kept trying to control the desire I had around being with this one guy and not listening to the lessons my higher self was guiding me through with him, I would be sitting in my own misery. And it would be all my own choosing that got me there and fucking kept me there. Do you see? And I know that this is a wicked specific fucking example, but it is a general concept because we all fucking do it. We all focus on the desires and soon we sit and suffer. We have to be more honest with ourselves in these situations, you guys, and realize that the desire is not to be centered around one person or thing. But the idea is that maybe the desire is more so linked to a feeling we have about ourselves in those circumstances that we should be honoring instead. Like, I loved how free and happy and how fucking sarcastic I could be when I talked with him. We got along great for the most part. We really did. You know? Or, you know, maybe how he looked at me certain ways and how that look made me feel. All things, right? Feelings that I realized still remain inside me, even if the outer person is not the same or not even there. My feelings are mine. And so I see now that good feelings within mean we can release control of how more of those good feelings come to us. And I guess who truly brings them to us. Yeah? Makes sense? That's why I always choose to love and let go when I have to. It's a big growing point in my life, you guys, and how I feel about any relationships in my life now. And that's what it's about. Finding your own growth. What am I trying to say? Finding your own growth points, I guess. Growth points that speak to our souls rather than our minds. When we focus so much on attaining what the world around us tells us to, we focus on that earthly kind of winning, yeah? What we're doing is we're creating limits on our own self-identity. I'm pretty sure I've said this before, but striving for anything, money, happiness, love, is not as healthy as we have been conditioned to think it is. We will always have to embrace the dark side of us and ask why it's there. We have to be the one to work through our own shit, you guys. We do. And not just toss out those traits or habits that we find to be, I don't know, ugly because we think they're not as appealing, right? But the truth is, we are also tossing away really awesome bits of us that those ugly traits were there to show us. We just have to be brave and willing enough to learn about ourselves. And I don't know why that is so hard for us. I don't, but it fucking is. We will go to immense lengths, right, to learn all about others. People we want to date, fucking celebrities we admire, literally anyone else, okay? We are curious about what makes them them. But when it comes to knowing our own selves and what makes us, us, we really don't explore it as well as we should, do we? It's almost as if we're not willing to fully look at ourselves, you know? But I've come to learn that we need to switch that. We need to be willing. Just be willing. We don't need to be perfect, you know, and we shouldn't allow our minds to try to tell us that we need to be. But we absolutely need to be willing. Being willing will open us up to, you know, divine grace and universal assistance, yeah? It's about opening yourself to what is out there and not being tunnel visioned into life. And once we open to that empowerment, we will begin to experience the joy in our own hearts as we've always been meant to. Because love is. That's it. That's a fucking full sentence right there. Love is. Period. Love is all we are. Love is the everlasting life we so often seek outside ourselves and try to label with others, quote unquote, being there for us. Love is the unwavering and recurring joy that is life. And truth, guys, truth is that sometimes the most epic abundance comes to us when we recover the lost parts of ourselves. You know, I'm hearing that old saying, life is tough, but so are you. You little fucking badass. You all are. You see, what we gotta remember as we go about our life is that we know ourselves better than anyone. We just seem to have really fucking forgotten that fact. Because we do know our best selves. We do, and we should be more in tune with our inner voice. But instead, what we do is we focus on the voices from those outside of us, those all around us. And when their words are hard or hurtful, we break at them. We physically break. Now, why the fuck do we do this as humans? Why? Because the truth is, you guys, those people who are saying those breaking words, they have not lived one fucking second of our lives. Only we have. Only we have. So, high time we start focusing on our own voice again and trust that that is the only voice that matters. Truly, it is. So, I guess start listening to your inner voice and honoring the wisdom it speaks through you. This is your higher self. And honestly, that wisdom is always with you. It is. And the thing we need to be open to as we heal and ascend is that our higher self will never give us more than we can handle. Our higher self wants us to trust this guidance because when we do, we find that our lives become easier. And isn't that a good thing? I don't know, I'm on board. Let's see. Good life by listening to my own inner self. Seems easy enough that I'm willing to give it a try. Beats a hard life and all the shit that comes from being closed off to love and happiness just because we have some trials and fucking traumas, right? I'm just saying. We need to stop believing that it has to be hard and tough all the time. We really do. You know? So please, no matter how hard it appears to get, no matter how much you may want to, don't you fucking dare ever give up on the love that you are. And if you do, call me, I'll talk you out of it. And just trust your own heart, you know? It will show you the truth of what you desire. Do not, however, decide that that true desire can only be filled one way, by one person or set of circumstances. That's that tunnel vision of life I was talking about not too long ago. Because this is only going to cause you to stop seeing life as it is. And you will try to make life become what you desire. This is not the way, my friends. This happens when we allow ourselves to forget to trust our hearts. And we get caught up in the fear and attachments we have around those desires. Life is not about us trying so hard to control the landscape. It is not about us creating the map to follow, okay? We are meant to take each step as it presents itself, and that's it. Trying to bend life to our will is not going to serve the soul. The path to transformation is challenging enough. So that is why the higher powers only ask we take the steps they present and let them guide us. Trust that life is co-conspiring with your heart, and it will all be as desired, with very little steering needed from you as it all unfolds. Really, it's about finding the ability within us to notice with all our senses. You know, I guess so often the focus is between the heart and the mind, right? And not on everything else that makes us human. When we are able to step within and focus on all that is us, when we can understand who and what we are, that's when we appreciate our whole being. That's when we're able to see from within how the details of the world outside can work in our lives. When we let go of what we control, we think we have to have, right? What control we think we have to have. And allow the soul to just answer the questions we cannot understand. That's when we are full and can share again with the rest of the world. That's when we give the kindness we have, or the courage we gained, or the wisdom we found to the world around us. That's how we learn to embrace the controlless control that life seeks to teach us in those moments we just cannot understand. And the world is full of wonder. So why choose to wonder why it all feels wrong? Feels hurtful due to the actions or non-actions of others. Wonder goes both ways. Wonder is a swinger, my friends. So let that bitch love her life and swing. Because once you do, you will be able to take in all the wonder the world has to show you. And you realize that it truly is everywhere. It is. But you can only know it when you're ready to accept the wonders that are meant for you into your own heart. That's when you find the ability to savor your life and enjoy the beauty of it. That's when you feel nourished by life and not starved by it. So live life and let the soul control for a while. You know what? Maybe that's the only correct control we need. Soul control. I guess you will just have to try it and see for yourself. Just honor the fullness life has to offer and do so without judgment. Allow yourself to perceive life from new angles. Winning ones and losing ones. It will all work as it should if you allow yourself to experience it from all those differing angles. And stop judging yourself so fucking hard for the way you've come through your own life. Like me and my friend I mentioned earlier. I had to stop judging myself for how I acted because of my feelings for him. I honored those feelings. Instead, and I knew they were there for a purpose, and to this day, I still choose to honor my own feelings for whatever that connection was or wasn't, or will be or will never be. Because I know love just is. Even when it isn't, it is. Remember, when we judge, we create a story around what we are judging, and those stories only create limitations in our lives. So why not create more spaces within you where there are literally no stories? Fucking none. And see all that wonder begin to write itself, to unfold naturally all around you. This is where you will find that empowered version of you. The you that knows nothing and yet at the same time knows everything. Simply because you took the time to know your own fucking truths. And I guess you decide when your time is right for all that. You do. And you will. Because you will learn that you don't need to surround yourself with those people or things in life that make you feel like you have to fight to win. And you know, I think that's a fan-fucking-tastic place to end it today. Yep. So here's to you. Honoring your truth every day. For the win. Yahtzee! Okay. That's all for now, my friends. I will talk to you all later. Bye.